Thanks again for stopping by. Today is part 1 of a 4-part series of all the gear that I like to take with me on my backpacking trips. So hopefully you can learn something from this and become more adventure dumb like me. Check it out. Just a disclaimer, the guy wearing the old headlamp here, don't listen to or do anything that I say because I am just some dumb guy on YouTube camping in his living room. So this is just my opinion, okay? These are my opinions from me to you. Take it or leave it, all right? Thanks again. Peace. All right, so we're back. First thing you want to do if you're going to go backpacking is probably get a backpack. So if you don't have a backpack, you're not backpacking, you're hiking. That's a big difference, right? So carrying stuff on your back is backpacking, walking and hanging out with your friends, that's hiking, okay? Different. So this is a Atmos Osprey 65-liter anti-gravity backpack, right? So I'm going to give you a little bit of a rundown of what you kind of want to look out for, what you want to do. So with this pack, a little bit better view here. All right, so typically these packs, they are water resistant. They're not waterproof. There's a difference there. So that means that you can still get your stuff wet inside your pack. So what you can do is a lot of people will take a garbage bag and line the inside of their bag and put all the stuff that they want to keep dry in that bag. That way if your bag does get wet, dry clothes still stay dry. Got it? All right, cool. I prefer a little bit larger of a pack, so I have a little bit extra room. Things aren't as tight or cramped, and I don't have to push stuff in, and it's not a pain in the butt to pack up every day. You have a little bit more leeway, a little bit more room to play with, right? Typically, when you are packing your bag, you're gonna want the heaviest part of your gear to be in the center of your back. So that's most of the time going to be your food, unless you have like an anvil collection or you're bringing your bowling ball up there or whatever. I don't know why you would do that, but unless you have something like super huge, usually the heaviest thing you want to have in the center of your back, right? There are a bunch of different size bags too that you can pick. This is just one that I picked. It is going to be, maybe a little bit heavier, but I'm willing to put the work in to bring the things that I enjoy to where I want to go, right? So maybe you don't. Maybe you want to, these super ultra lightweight like space bag backpacks that are like, basically like a garbage bag, and they just bring them up there and they turn into a tent and all this crazy stuff. I don't like any of that stuff. It's like a little too lightweight and too flimsy. It's not as durable, and I like having something that's sturdy and that I know I can rely on. I've done many hundreds of miles with this pack, and it hasn't let me down. So another thing, all the little straps and stuff that are on here, you'll see like all these deals here. You got them. You got them over here. Here, you're going to be constantly adjusting your pack after you get it on, right? So it's not like a set it and forget it kind of a situation. You're going to be, your shoulders might be sore or they might hurt from carrying it because your body's not going to be used to that. So you're going to want to loosen up your shoulders and maybe put more of the weight around your hip area so you can adjust the hip dealies down here. I don't know what they're called. You can adjust those, but there's no right way to everything's got to be on. Like a lot of people when they go hiking, they're like, I'm putting on my pack and like they're going into war or some shit. It's like, it's crazy. Like you don't need to put it on that hard. Like you shouldn't. You should just kind of feel it out a little bit, and then as you're going, you'll be like, oh, like this feels better. Like tighten this up. This feels better. I'll tighten this up, or I'll loosen this up and whatever. And then you kind of adjust it. And then depending on what you're doing, if you're going uphill or downhill, you might feel different, or if you're on flat ground, you might be like, oh wow, it feels better if I just kind of loosen everything up because I'm walking on flat ground. Or if you're walking in an incline, you might be like, oh, I should put more pressure on my shoulders because my legs are working harder. Like all sorts of different stuff that you have to take into account. So you're constantly going to be changing your straps on here and adjusting them to make yourself comfortable. It's just part of the deal. Or you can just be like, you know, a maniac and just like, oh, put them on, and then you'll end up being like really angry and like hate backpacking and think that this pack sucks or something. Like, I bought like this pack and it was $300 and it sucks and it didn't work right. It's like, no, you didn't adjust any of the stuff. You didn't use it properly. So constantly adjust your stuff. Another thing too, the top of the bag right up here is typically where I'm going to put things that I need to access quickly. So like rain gear, you know, my rain pants, my rain jacket, I'll put hats, gloves, my neck warmer, things that I want like right away. Like, you know, you don't want to like be caught in the rain and be like having to dump out your pack to go like dig through everything to find like where you put your rain gear. You want to have like stuff that you need right away on the top. Then typically at the bottom I'll put like, you know, my sleeping bag or something like that, and clothes will be on the top as well, because that's something that I'll access frequently. But you're gonna want to have all of this stuff kind of, you know, rolled up, folded in, tucked in. You know, there's a bunch of little nooks and crannies throughout this whole pack. So kind of when you're putting all of your gear together, you're gonna be like, oh, like I can stick that in there, I can put this there. And the more that you use it, and the more that you keep packing it and unpacking, packing and unpacking, again, you're gonna find like a pattern or like a set way that you like to pack your bag, where it just feels good, it's comfortable, like you know where everything is, or it fits in a certain little spot. And it's weird, you have like 50 little items that you all like, oh, that's its little home. Its home is in this pocket, and this home is in this pocket, and that, you know, like. So on the back I have my reef shoes. I'll put it back here, typically because I want them to dry out if I've been in water. And then I'll have like my cooking stuff, or my pot, or my pan will be back here as well. So I'll have my reef shoes here to let them dry. I'll have a pan here. I can also put my, you know, solar panel hanging off the back if I really want to. Haven't really done that. Typically just take that and set it up at camp if I need some juice. The side water bottles here. So usually have 2 of these on each side. They fit really nice. They're long, they're thin, they fit perfectly in pretty much any backpacks. That's why you see a lot of people on the trail with these long cylinder, you know, style water bottles instead of like fat ones or like a Gatorade bottle or something. They're just kind of bulkier. So these hold around the same amount of water. They're easier to stick in your bag, and they also fit with the Sawyer water filter system. So that's good to have too. So, you know, once again, quick access. If I'm hiking up a hill, I won't have to unpack my bag to find a water bottle filled with water. Just pull it off the side, drink, you're good to go. In the front of this bag, you're also gonna find little pockets and stuff down here. Little pockets down here. That's where you should put Cliff Bars and stuff like that. Little food, little snacks, something you can just pop in your mouth, and while you're hiking, you don't want to waste a bunch of time. You know, these bags, they can range from, you know, I think like $800 or $200 to like $800, depending on what brand and what kind you get and all this other stuff. But just get like a decent bag. Go to REI. They have, you know, experts there. They'll tell you like how to build. They even have like a measurement tool on how to fit it, depending on your height and the size of like where your waist is and all that stuff. So they'll kind of help you out. I really would encourage people to go to that store specifically because they do have a lot of staff, if not all the staff that works there, are into like what you're trying to get into. So they're very helpful. Not a sponsor yet, okay? Yeah, so then that's pretty much it though for the bag. It's not rocket science, people. It's just a bag. You know, don't get caught up on too many of these YouTubers and all this stuff about, oh, you gotta use this bag and do blah blah. Just get like a decent bag and you know, put stuff in it and go walk around, go hike, go backpack, and you know, see how it works. You know, you're gonna figure it out the more that you do it. Okay? Thanks. I'm gonna pull out each piece and I'm gonna kind of explain what each of these pieces are and what they do. A belt. A belt keeps your pants up. Bring one, because you don't want to be like having saggy pants and trying to pull up your pants the whole time while you're hiking. That sucks. I've done that before. So there's that. Your clothes. Basically what I bring for clothes, it's typically the same thing no matter where I'm going or what I'm doing. You always want to be prepared because you'd rather have more clothes than less clothes and more layers than less layers, because if it gets cold, you're screwed. So if it gets hot, you just, be naked and afraid out there. You're fine. No one's gonna see you. But if it's too cold, you're kind of screwed. You only have what you have. So I always bring a long sleeve shirt. This is a wicking away moisture stretchy deal shirt, right? I always bring long sleeve stuff because when you have long sleeves, it prevents you from getting mosquitoes bitten, or if you're brushed up against like poison oak or something like that, it kind of prevents that. It's another layer between you and getting a rash or getting anything on your skin. So I always do that. That's why the moisture wicking materials is really great now. It really helps out with everything. It keeps you cool. You can sweat right through it, and you're gonna stink. You're gonna be a stinky guy or girl or person, wherever you are. You're gonna be that for the trip. But with some of the other products that I bring, things that I bring, you're gonna be able to prevent that and like tone that down a little bit and still be clean on the trail. So next thing I do is I bring a hat. That's my hat. It's my stupid, dumb hat. Right? It covers my ears, covers my head. You want to make sure that you have something on your head for when it's cold. It keeps the heat in. Same thing with your hands. You can do that too. And also I have this little neck warmer deal. So it keeps my neck, keeps the air from going in, the cold air from seeping down into your shirt and chilled. No matter where I go hiking, even if it's in the summertime, even at nighttime, it typically drops dramatically. It drops like 20 degrees. So, you say, oh, it's 70 degrees out. Well, it's gonna be 50 degrees at night. And I don't know about you, but that's pretty cold to sleep in. So just having these layers and these things that you can add on or take off, you don't need to have them on all night, but you have the option. So use that. Make sure you fix your mullet. Here's my second shirt. Second shirt that I bring, another long sleeve again. Sweat wicking, water wicking shirt, whatever they're called nowadays. Works really good, another long sleeve. You can always roll your sleeves up and roll them back down, so keep that in mind too. Pair of underpants, drawers, bring an extra pair, because you don't want to have, I always wear they're like spandex almost, because you don't want like chafing, and you want everything together, you want stuff flopping around, and you want everything to be together. Also, please take some time to go to the website and purchase some apparel, because I would really appreciate that. Instead of just me buying stuff for myself and my family members for birthday presents, it'd be nice to have someone that I don't know on my selling item list to send some stuff. So don't be shy, go on there. There's a whole bunch of cool stuff, and it's reasonably priced. If you have some money to buy Balenciaga or any of this other like really expensive apparel from these other companies that are totally douchey, why not spend your hard-earned money on a dude like me's apparel and become part of the AdventureDumb clan, all right? Or the posse. Clan's probably a bad term to use now. But be a part of our club, the AdventureDumb Club. I like that. Be a part of the AdventureDumb Club and rep some apparel and show how dumb you are by wearing my clothes. So thanks again. www.adventuredumb.com. Go to the Audio Underdog page as well. I threw up some clothes on there. I'm still waiting for my 4 viewers to give me some ideas. I think I have a shirt I might be putting up there that's going to be, you can't say AdventureDumb without saying, I don't know. I thought that was kind of funny. Maybe I'll throw that up there and make a shirt of that. So let me know. Write in the comments. Say, no, that was stupid, Eric. Don't do that. That was a horrible idea. But let me know. How else am I going to know if you don't talk to me, all right? So thanks again. Check out the stuff. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. And we'll see you in the next one. Thank you. So this is a lightweight jacket that I bring. All this stuff packs down really tight, too. That's another reason why I use all this stuff. It packs down to like, weighs like, I don't know, maybe like a pound or 2 pounds, like all my clothes that I bring. A jacket. You're gonna want to bring a jacket. This is a down jacket. It's got a hood. Typically any jacket or sweatshirt is the thing that I bring. It's gonna have a hood just to prevent the wind, right? You want that protection. So also a really good thing to have. The pants that I have. So I always wear pants. I haven't in the past, and you know, it's nice to wear shorts and stuff, but you end up spending a lot of time spraying yourself with suntan lotion or short sleeve suntan lotion, and that stuff goes pretty quick. So if you're using suntan lotion every day in the morning and night, depending on how long your trip is, you're gonna go through a bottle of that stuff really quick. So I like to bring a smaller bottle, and then I just gotta do a little sprit on my face. These are also jorts, I guess they're called, because they turn into shorts, and they're jean shorts, or they're not jean shorts, but they're like a light material, moisture wicking, and so if it is really hot and I want to, you know, take a dip or something like that, I can turn these into swim trunks, and I can go swimming in this too. So there's my shorts. Always bring 2 pairs of socks, right? One socks you're gonna be wearing, one pair of socks you're gonna wear, and the other pair you want to keep for maybe at night when you're, you know, at camp and you want to just chill out, put on some comfortable clothes. The thing with these socks is that they have individual little toes. You see that? They got little toes deals. Can't really see them, they're stuck in there, but each one of your little toes go in here, and what that does, it helps prevent your toes rubbing together that can cause blisters when you're hiking. So that's a big pain in the butt. You don't want that. That's gonna really not allow you to have fun. And you wanna have fun. You don't wanna not have fun. So get a pair of these. They help a lot. They really prevent all that stuff. I also do bring a backup rain gear. So you got some rain pants. All right, rain pants, yay! So these are not jorts, these are just regular old rain pants. They're lighter weight, they're like a windbreaker material. They're not waterproof, they're water resistant. So you put this over the clothes that you're already wearing to keep you from getting wet. Also, you need a rain jacket. All right, rain jacket also folds down real good. You want to put that over your warm clothes. Keep your warm clothes, the stuff that you want to keep you warm, dry, right? I think everybody knows how rain jackets and rain pants work, but if you don't, this is AdventureDumb, so not everybody might know that, but that's why I'm here. I'm the dumb guy, teaching the other dumb guys how to not be as dumb, but still be dumb. Another thing that I like to take with me, considered a luxury item, are these. These are like surfer shoes, like reef shoes, I guess you could say. They're a little heavier. They have a really thick pad on the bottom. They're insulated, they're soft, they're really comfortable inside. They're like the most comfortable like slipper you could ever imagine, believe it or not. The reason I use these and not a like sandal or something that's like open-toed or like something that's really light and kind of flimsy, because there's a lot of rocks and stuff where I go hiking basically. So and I like to fish, and a lot of times it's not you know a well-traveled or a highly traveled area, so there's rocks and stuff you're jumping around, and flip-flops, all that stuff, you're gonna jack up your feet, you're gonna hurt yourself. These are more like a really thick kind of insulated boot, so if you slip or whatever, you know, the bottom of your foot's gonna be okay. Even the toes of these have a little thick padding on, so like you're safe, your foot is secure with these, and they're really comfortable as well. So at night too, it's cold out, you wanna, you know, chill by the fire, I always slip these bad boys on. These are like my little nighty boots, and they work really, really well. I haven't really seen many other people do this, but that's because they are heavier. So, you know, there's no such thing as a free lunch. So if you gotta pay to play, you know. I'd rather, you know, take a heavier pack up that is more of a pain in the ass than get up there and be like, oh, I got up here, my pack's 5 pounds and everything's so light and flimsy and all this crazy stuff. And then like, yeah, cool, but how comfortable are you right now? Like, how's your like blanket made of like, you know, space paper or whatever the hell people have? Like, you know, like you can get crazy with this stuff. That's the other thing. You can go down these really big rabbit holes of what people think that, like, you know, oh yeah, the lighter the better. I'd rather like make the trip harder, not impossible, but hard. And then when you get to the top, or you get to where your summit is, or to the lake you're trying to get to, it's that much more rewarding. You're like, dang, I took all this stuff up there, and like I'm comfortable, and now I'm like super happy because I did it. And you know, it's always harder on the way up. The way down, it's not so bad. You know, so that's these. Almost forgot to tell you. Boots. Get some good boots. I like hokas, and gaiters. So gaiters, these are also really important. I almost forgot. You go like this. You wrap around your boot like that. What that does, keeps all the rocks and the dirt and sand out of your boots and your shoes. So every like 2 seconds, you're not like, oh, I got a rock in my shoe. Hold on, I gotta take my shoes off. These are worth their weight in gold. Really important. Don't go hiking without these. You can get heavier ones, lighter ones. These are like a pretty heavy version. Just so they're a little bit more water resistant too. So if you go through streams and stuff, it'll shield the water from getting over. And even though these are like kind of a high top, sometimes water will spill in. So this will kind of prevent that from happening. These are waterproof shoes too. Not anymore because I've got a hole in them. I use these pretty rough. But get a pair of good hiking boots and also some gaiters. Gaiters for your boots. Very important. Definitely don't forget these. All right. That is pretty much the clothes that I bring, okay? So that's the majority of the clothes that I take on a trip. You know, thanks again for stopping by. And if you're AdventureDumb, I will see you on the next one. Woo! Peace! AdventureDumb.